apologize for being so late on this video. I meant to have it up last week, but so much has been going on lately that I've been having a hard time even being able to make some shorts for y'all. So I apologize about that. I'm working on getting everything back together and running well, but I can't really make any promises at this time. I am going to keep trying, I'm going to keep pushing, and I'm going to do everything I possibly can to bring more content to my channel for everybody to watch and enjoy. But as of right now, I can only do so much, so this might be the only full-length video this week, unless I can also get a video on the new Kraken and possibly one other knife, but I don't know yet. Anyway, back to the JW Magnet. This knife and its unboxing brought some issues of its own pretty quickly due to the damage on one of the handle slabs, the edge being dulled and all of that, but I don't care about that. I was upset that it was there and I wasn't informed about it, yes, but the fact that it's actually there isn't what bothers me. Now, I already know that this specific handle slab is the one with the damage. It was a mess up from JW during the water cutting process, the water jet process, whatever you want to call it. The edge, I have no clue who did that. I talked to the previous owner. He swears up and down that it was sharp when he sent it out. Bullshit. It would not cut me even if I pushed it into my hand, which I'm not going to do anymore because I did put an edge on it. JW talked to me about the slab and we were right. It was the water jet process. He never offered to potentially take it in for some work, which again, I don't really care. But yeah, that's a thing. And then apparently this isn't supposed to have T15 hardware, which it does, which I also talked to the old owner about, and he says he didn't change the hardware, but I don't really know, to be honest. It's kind of difficult to put everything together into words about this knife right now because there's so much that has been said, oh, this has been done, but then I talked to the old owner and he says, no, I never did that. So it's just a bunch of unknown variables and I don't really want to deal with it anymore, so I'm gonna just look at it and say it's stock minus the edge job that I did myself. I'm gonna just say that because I can't tell you what the old owner did or did not do. It's impossible for me to actually say anything that he could have done because it could have been done by someone else, but again, it's just too much. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the whole thing of this knife. This is gonna be a full-length review in hopes, just like I did for the Tsunami. I did not take notes on it this time like I did for the Tsunami, but that's mostly because I've spent a lot more time with this than I did with the Tsunami. So right off the bat, let's go ahead and start with unboxing. This is a second-hand knife. I did not get it first-hand, but it comes with a pretty nice box. It's magnetic, and the knife is just sitting here, but of course it was wrapped in its rag, which I think is in my case. Yeah, I think it's in the case. I don't know if they're supposed to come with anything else other than the knife and the rag, but this one just box, knife, rag. So I can't speak on how things are brand new because this isn't brand new. This is used, it's secondhand. Keep that in mind. I very rarely buy brand new knives unless it's at Blade Show. So keep that in mind. Unboxing for this specific knife, this specific one that I own, from my experience, I'd say it's a fucking 4 out of 10. I mean, nothing special about it. You get a magnetic box. I mean, yeah, that's cool. You get a rag and you get a knife. No spare hardware, no sticker, no nothing. Just the rag isn't even branded. It's just a plain old, this is a Squid Industries rag, but it's literally just this. It's all black. This one has the Squid logo on it because this is the Squid rag, but it's just this rag with no logo. So the unboxing is pretty underwhelming, but other than that, let's go ahead and move on to design. The design of this knife looks very plain. I mean, you have a slot taken out on each slab, and that's it. I mean, you got one slot taken out on each slab, and that's about it. But the magnet isn't designed for handles. Well, it's designed for handles. What the hell am I saying? The handles isn't the main eye catcher. The blade is, and the spacers are, for this one at least. I mean, just look at this blade. This thing is beautiful. It's got amazing grinds and everything. This thing is absolutely beautiful. And I have a lot of beautiful knives. So the fact that this is second place in my collection as it sits is pretty insane. Now, this is a heavy knife. I believe this is the heaviest, if not one of the heaviest magnets that JW has ever made. I don't remember the exact weight of it. It's on his Instagram. I'm gonna try and pull it up and put it right here. If I forget, I forget. I'm sorry, I'm stupid. I'm still in a lot of pain. I'm sorry. But yeah, this is a very heavy knife. It's very decently end weighted and ever so slightly handle bias, which I do love. But it's also kind of normally lengthed, or more, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't fucking know. It'll come to me eventually, I'm sure. It's not short. It's like the Talisong. It's not short. I mean, it's kind of short, but it's not as short. The Talisong. Oh, you fell. No bueno. I mean, it's short, but not as short as the Talisong. The magnet feels like it's a more normal size knife. The Talisong feels heavy and short, which, I'm gonna be dead honest, it is. But this is still number one in my collection as of right now. This thing's awesome. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. It's about this. So, this knife has a good length. It's very heavy, not as heavy as the Talisong, but it's heavy, it's bouncy. Got a nice sound to it after I've taken it apart and cleaned it, which, tuning, that's gonna be a pain in the ass to talk about, but what was I talking about? Oh, right. I'm gonna go ahead and link the weight and all that into the flipping category. If I haven't already, my mind is everywhere. But This thing flips incredibly well. This is by far the flowiest knife I own. It is the easiest knife for me to just go to my case, pick up, and go off on. I can do every trick I know on this knife without fear of messing up. It's just that perfect. And really, a flipping score, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 9. It could be better, but it could be much worse. This thing is damn near perfect, flippability wise. Now, again, these scores are based off of me, not you, me. So, this is how I feel about it. You may feel differently, but this is how I feel. Now, this has the fat carbon spacers. So the spacers are a bit lighter than some others, but this thing is still decently handle biased, and it feels great. It pulls off everything I could possibly want it to with ease. Like, I'm flipping over a desk right now, and I can still very comfortably do all of my basic stuff without accidentally hitting the desk. That first one was just me being stupid, but if I'm actually watching the knife, I'm fine. I can do basically everything I could possibly want to on this desk. And I love it. And really, it's just an awesome flipper. There's nothing else I can say, but this thing flips amazingly. The bushings are, well, for a sandwich knife, pretty good, I guess, but it could be better. I might end up sending it to my buddy K-Sauce for a tune-up, see what his thoughts on it are, because I know he wants one of these, and he actually was one of the people who was in competition to get this, I believe he said, which I ended up winning that competition. Sorry, buddy, but it's mine. I might let him do some work on it just so he can spend some time with it. I'm not changing the ano. I'm not changing the edge. I'm not changing anything about the knife. I just want a better tune on it. That's about it, really. I might get the hardware swapped out to some gear style hardware, kind of like the stuff in my Talisong Z. But that's neither here nor there. Flipping, 9 out of 10. It's awesome. Availability. I'm gonna have to give that like a 3 from what I've seen. I mean, they're available on secondhand, of course, but I'm talking brand new availability, probably like a 3, because I haven't really seen very much coming from JW in a while. I haven't seen any new posts or anything saying he's got new knives out or that his books are open or anything like that. So I'm giving it a 3. Value is something very important to a lot of people. I believe this is a $950 knife, brand new, but I got it secondhand. I probably went overboard with my trades, but I don't care. Would I say this knife is worth $950? Maybe if it had a little bit more to the handles when it comes to design, instead of just a slot, I would say yes. But at most, I would pay probably $750 for one of these. Well, not $750, probably $800. Now, the blade is still awesome, and I understand why it's as expensive as it is. This is a handcrafted piece, so yeah, it's the same as stitch steel, handcrafted, puts a lot of work into it. Do I understand why it's $950? Yeah, I understand why it's $950, but I personally would probably pay at most $800 for it, brand new. Which, I'm not talking shit about JW here. His stuff is awesome, his designs are awesome. Handles need a bit of work. I mean, just give them a little bit of something to give them more personality. That's all they need, just some more personality. But even then, it still looks great with this blade. So, definitely a value of I think I wanted to go with a 5, which isn't terrible. So let's see. Hold on, I gotta do some maths in my head. I think overall, I'll give this knife an 8 out of 10. Putting everything together, all of my thoughts together into one little number, 5 being average, I'll give it an 8. I want to give it a 9, but I just can't. There's something here about it. I don't know what it is. I mean, it's grippy everywhere it needs to be. Maybe it's just me, but the anode kind of makes my hands sweaty. I think that's what's throwing it off for me a little bit, but I don't care. It still has great grip. It has no need for jimping. I mean, it's a sandwich knife, so no need for jimping whatsoever. And I just did that in front of my TV, so I'm not worried. It's got great grip and all of that. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. It may sound like I'm insulting JW, or someone might think that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not. JW makes an awesome knife. His designs are amazing, and I love them. It's just something about it makes me want to give it a 9, but there's something else about it that makes me unable to do so, if that makes sense. This video probably wasn't as informative as everybody has expected from me, considering how long it took me to get this video made. But I've been trying to figure out exactly what that one thing is that is keeping me from giving it a 9 out of 10 instead of an 8. But I just cannot figure it out, regardless of what I do. And I've been flipping this thing damn near all day, every day since I got it. Minus like 1 week where I flipped a bunch of different stuff. Hell, I think just a couple of days ago, I think it was Sunday, I flipped this thing for over 2 hours straight with no breaks because I was going to work on some of my hunting gear and all that out in the woods. So I took this with me. I didn't take this with me because, you know, I don't know. I probably should have and got some more B-roll with it, but I didn't. I hope the B-roll is okay enough for this video. I didn't get as much as I wanted, but I did work pretty hard on it, considering I could not move for a good long while. This video is probably very underwhelming to everybody, so I am very sorry. But it's just been difficult. Anyway, I guess I can end the video here, but might as well give you a little sound test before I leave, you know. This is a very bouncy knife. Like, this is the bounciest knife that I own. So, I guess enjoy if you want to hear it, that is. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoy. I'm going to try and make the next video better in every way possible, but have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Peace.